Salve Discipoli, and welcome to Chapter 7. Today we're talking about datives. So, the dative case is basically just the case of giving. So, if something is being given, you're going to use the dative case. So, fun facts about the datives. Hold on, I don't want to spoil it. There we go. Okay, so datives have to do with giving. So, if something is being given, you're going to use the dative case on the person who's receiving the item. Not the item itself, but the person receiving. This is what's in English called the indirect object. In this case, it's the person who's receiving it. So this, the word dative, it looks a little bit weird here, but this is coming from the Latin verb dot, which means gives. I know it's spelled D-A-T, but it's pronounced dot. So dot means gives. So you could say like Julius dot malum Marco. Julius gives the apple to Marcus. So that's where that comes from. So for boys, I just used it. Us becomes O. So if Marcus is the one receiving the apple from his dad, it would be Marco, not Marcum, which is what we use for a direct object. It would be Marco. For women, it's just going to look like the plural. Boom. Julii. So that's how the datives kind of work. So for example, let's say Julius gives his servants an apple. We would do Julius dead time. Boom. Okay, so if Julius gives his servants an apple, sorry, I'm trying to figure out my angles here a little. So Julius servo malum dot. So Julius gives an apple to the servants. So we know who's receiving this with its ending. We know who's receiving that because it has this ending. Does that make sense? Maybe? Hopefully? Okay, now we're going to do it with feminine. Now, what was the feminine ending? I just had it up. Hopefully you guys remember. It is the plural. For girls, it looks like the plural. So let's say that Julius is giving female servants an apple. Or a female servant, just one. We're just on singulars right now. He's giving a single female servant an apple. It would be Julius ancilai malum dot. Boop. So we know that she's the one receiving this apple that Julius is giving. Hopefully that's making sense. Maybe so, maybe not as much. We're going to practice it, so don't worry. So everybody needs to have their whiteboards out. We're going to practice this really quick. Do I have my whiteboard eraser? Oh, there it is. One sec. All right. There we go. I need my whiteboard eraser as well. So just as a review, us becomes O, a becomes I. You maybe want to write that somewhere down so that you have it on you to help as a little cheat sheet. So I'm going to give a sentence and I'm just going to leave a blank where that ending is going to go. So we're going to we'll do Marcus. We'll just keep it kind of the same for right now, just to avoid confusion. Okay, so Marcus quint something malum dot. Now, keep in mind, masculine versus feminine. What were the endings I just said? Everybody try writing it on your whiteboard. Just write the ending for right now. We'll just do the ending, not the full sentence. So everybody just write the ending and hold it up. I'll give you 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Quinto. It was Quinto. Hopefully it's neater than mine. Okay. Hopefully everybody got that. If you didn't, remember, us becomes O when it's receiving. Okay. Now, let's do the feminine. Boop. We'll keep the sentence the exact same. Marcus, I merely blank, malum dot. Now, We're talking about his mother, so she's feminine. So keep that in mind. You know it's not going to be O because that's masculine. So what was the other ending? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boards up. Correct answer was Aemiliae. It's going to be the exact same as the genitive and the plural. Hopefully everybody got that. Maybe not. All right, let's try another one. Let's do Medus. All right, so Medus is giving Quintus a lemon. So Medus, Quint something, Quitrum dot. So Medus is giving Quintus a lemon. How do we know that Quintus is the one receiving, aka the indirect object? How do we know that's him? Write in your ending for me. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boards up. Quinto. Now, notice I'm using a macron here. Hopefully you got it right. If you did, good job. I'm using a macron here. I'm not a massive stickler on this, and honestly, I won't be too big of a stickler on this one either. You can if you want to be super, super, super correct, but if you did it without the macron, it's not as important. It's not like hic versus heek. Hopefully you guys remember that. Hic versus heek. This means this. This means this, and this means here, and it is very different, so you have to have the macron. It's not the same for the dative, so if you put it, great. If not, it's not the end of the world. Okay, moving on. Let's do another feminine. Let's do, because I know this sentence shows up in your chapter, so we'll do this one. All right. Iulius Aemilii something osculum dat. So Iulius is giving his wife a kiss. What would the ending be to show us that Aemilia is receiving this? Because, you know, she's his wife. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boards up. All right. It should be Aemiliae. If you haven't figured it out at this point, there are only 2 endings that we've done. We have literally just done O for boys and I for girls. Hold on. Use to O. I'm drawing this up for you guys. It's going to be some of Mrs. Straka's absolutely fantastic stick figures that are not, they're not that good. So if you haven't figured it out, us to O, A to I. Hopefully we are pretty clear on this. If not, I recommend the teacher back up to the beginning and do a bit more practice with this. If we are feeling good though, let's move on to plurals. So plurals are actually going to be pretty simple because the masculine and the feminine plural are the exact same. Shh, no one told you that. Okay, the plural is literally just is. That's it. No joke, I'm not kidding. That's it. For masculine and feminine, they are the exact same. So it doesn't matter if it's masculine or feminine. It will always be this if it is plural, okay? So let's do, Iulius is going to give a lot of servants multiple apples. We'll be kind. We'll have more than one apple. So this is, whoops, I almost wrote the answer, guys. Okay, so Iulius is giving more than one apple. Boom. Iulius serve malum dat. This is going to be plural, okay? Don't give me a singular ending. This is going to be plural. The answer is definitely not on my whiteboard. Wink, wink. Totally don't look at my whiteboard. It doesn't have the answer on it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Julius servis maladat. Do we all get that? Great. We're going to do the same thing, but with feminine. But guess what? It doesn't matter if it's feminine because the ending's the exact same. Okay, so we're going to do feminine, which is definitely different than the plural masculine. Cough, cough, wink, wink, smiley face. All right. It's multiple female servants. Julius is giving multiple female servants an apple. They each get an apple. There's multiple apples. That's plural. All right, this is plural. What's the ending going to be? On your whiteboards. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boards up. Oh my goodness, you guys are so smart. It's definitely not on my whiteboard. Anchilis. Okay, so is everybody feeling fairly confident? Hopefully. We're going to do a review of all 3 of these endings really quick. I will just add the plural on here. Give me 1 sec. Is. Okay. So, we literally have the cheat sheet on my board. We'll do a couple with the cheat sheet, and then I'll erase it, and you're on your own. Okay, let's do... We're going to give away some lemons today. Why not? I love me some lemons. So do the Romans. They love their lemons. All right. Julia is giving Sira, her maidservant, a lemon. So, how do we do? The feminine ending singular. It's not plural. There's not more than one Sira, because that would actually be very confusing if there was more than one Sira. There would probably be a nickname or something, so you know the difference between the Siras. But anyways, there's not more than one Sira. It's just one single feminine ending. Hopefully everyone has it written down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boards up. It is. Oh my goodness, that went. Oh my goodness, Mrs. Straka, that went all over the place. Hold on. Stand by. It is Sirai. Yay, because it's that one. It's feminine. All right. Hopefully everybody got that. Let's try another one. I'm not going to tell you. Dun, dun, dun. It's going to be another singular. Let's do... Boom. Julia is giving Medus a lemon. There's not more than one Medus. Keep that in mind. You can look at my cheat sheet if you want. It is literally on my whiteboard, but there's only one Medus. So it's not plural, it's singular. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boards up. Mado. Mado. Did everybody get it? Hopefully, maybe. Okay, moving on. Let's do a plural. Mwahaha. Okay. Amelia is giving all of her maidservants. Definitely more than one maidservant. Many pairs. There are so many pairs that are being given to these maidservants. Technically, there should be that right there. But, you know, who's checking? All right. Amelia is giving all of the pairs to her maidservants. It is definitely more than one. It is for sure plural. Everybody write it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boards up. Anchilis. It's Anchilis. Hopefully you got it. Okay, moving on. Let's do... All right, we're going to do this one. Ooh, hit myself in the face with the whiteboard. All right, we're going to do this one. She's now giving a ton of pairs to all of the servants. It is masculine, but that doesn't make a difference. But it is plural. Everybody writing down on your whiteboard. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness, I'm like blocking it out. Boards up. Service. It is the exact same as the feminine. All right. Are we all feeling fairly confident on this? Hopefully. Maybe so. Maybe not. I erased a few. Mwahaha. Okay. Now, we're going to do a couple with no cheat sheet. So if you have it written down on your whiteboard, you are required to erase it right now. Mrs. Struck will see through the screen. They will see that you haven't erased it. Or at the very least, your teacher will see that. So, erase all cheat sheets. No cheat sheets allowed. Here we go. Let's do... We'll say something that's not actually true because this would not happen. But, you know, whatever. We'll go for it. Okay. Medus is giving Julius, masculine singular. Medus is giving Julius money. This wouldn't happen because he stole money from Julius, so there's no way he would give it back. But anyways, we're saying that Medus is giving money to Julius, not Julius, is giving money to Julius. Everybody think for a second. What is our masculine ending? And it's not plural. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boards up. It's Julio. All right. Next one. Let's do... This is kind of a spoiler for the next chapter, but we'll do it anyways. So if you know this, Medus has a girlfriend named Lydia. We're going to do a little bit of a spoiler for the next chapter, but that's okay. So Medus, Lydia, Onulum dot, and Onulum, by the way, this is an Onulum. There you go. I'm not sure if you can, it's a ring, guys. It's a ring. So Medus gives Lydia a ring. We need to know that Lydia is the one receiving this ring, though. So give me the ending to show that Lydia is the one receiving this bit of bling. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boards up. Lydiae. It is the exact same as the genitive in the plural, which makes it honestly pretty easy. All right. Then let's do... All right, we're going to do Julius serve something, numos dot. This is more than one. This is plural. Okay, so make sure you're doing the plural ending for me here. Julius, sorry, I'm trying to angle so that you can actually see a bit better here. Julius serve something, numos dot. Oh, that is much better. Look at that. There we go. I just needed to move a curtain. All right. Remember, plural endings are the exact same. Not as the singular, but, you know, as other stuff. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boards up. Service. He is giving each of the servants some coins. All right. And our very last one. So get excited, people, because Mrs. Strzok is going to be tricky. All right. Let's do... Oh, should Mrs. Straka be just super tricky? I'll be a little tricky. I'll be a little tricky. All right, you're going to have more than one that you have to write down here because you guys know how Mrs. Straka is when she gets tricky. Okay. Boom. Here we go. Julius Aemili blank, Mark blank, et Ancil blank, numos dat. So Julius is giving a coin to Amelia, to Marcus, and to the maidservants. So we have singular, singular, plural. I will give you a few extra seconds on this one because that is more. It's 3 endings. Hint, it's the 3 endings that we just learned. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boards up. Okay. Julius Aemili I Marco et Ancilis numos dat. There you go. And that's how we do it. All right. Now, just for a fun fact, because we talked about masculine and feminine, we didn't actually really talk about the neuter. The neuter is the exact same as the masculine. So we didn't really go over it because normally you're going to see this with people, not as much with items, because it would kind of be a little bit weird if like a lemon gave a stick to a pine cone or something. Like that would just be a little weird. They don't really have that very often. So we only really focused on the masculine and feminine because those are the ones that you're going to read in the chapter. You're going to see a lot of these. So in the chapter, it's going to get pretty repetitive going over these endings, but you guys already know them. So you'll be able to blast through it really fast. But yes, the neuter is the exact same as the masculine, in case you were wondering. So the singular would be O and the plural would be is. Just the exact same. All right. So there you go. That is datives. You will have a page on these that you do in your Latin notebook. So make sure that you write all of that down. And then this will pop up in the chapter quite a lot. There's going to be a lot of giving in chapter 7. It's going to ask to whom was it given? He gave this, all of that. So you're going to have a lot of that. Have fun. Good luck. Volley, Discipoli.